What if I told you that every event in your life, every twist, every choice, every moment of hesitation or courage has led you to this exact point? Out of millions of videos, you're here right now listening to this message, not by accident, not by coincidence. In some way, you were meant to hear this, not tomorrow, not later tonight, but in this very moment. This isn't just another motivational speech you'll forget. This is a wake-up call. It's a chance to look at your life, your mind, your habits, and your future in a way you may never have considered. In the next few minutes, you're going to uncover truths about yourself, how your brain works, how your habits are formed, and how your future is shaped, that most people never discover until it's too late. You'll hear stories and insights that can shift your perspective on what's possible for you. You'll learn scientific facts about your mind that reveal how your greatest strengths and biggest obstacles are often the same. Did you know most people miss out on over 90% of the opportunities that could change their lives simply because they feel uncomfortable? Or that your subconscious mind is already making decisions for you up to 7 seconds before you're even aware of them? These aren't just theories. These are facts, proven by science, and they're influencing your reality, whether you realize it or not. But this video is different. It's not just about learning more information. It's about transforming what you know into what you do. It's about feeling more alive, more present, more capable than you thought possible. By the time you finish watching, you'll understand why you felt stuck, and you'll know exactly what you need to do to move forward. Not someday, not when you feel ready, but today. If there's a small voice inside you right now telling you to keep listening, don't ignore it. That's your intuition. That's the part of you that knows you're meant for more. Welcome to Mindful Mastery. If you're ready to unlock your true potential, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's begin this journey together. Before we talk about the changes you want to make in your life, let's focus on where you are right now. Whether you realize it or not, you're standing at a crossroads. Time is moving forward, with or without your permission. Every moment you're making decisions, some small, some big, but all of them are leading you somewhere. One path leads to growth, courage, and the version of yourself you've always dreamed of becoming. The other path leads to comfort, excuses, and quiet regret. Here's the truth. Your future doesn't begin next year. It doesn't start when you have everything figured out or when you feel perfectly ready. Your future starts right now. Every time you hit snooze instead of getting up, every time you scroll a little longer instead of taking action, every time you tell yourself, maybe later, you're making a choice. And those choices, no matter how small, are shaping your life. So many people say, I'll start when I'm ready. But the reality is, nobody ever feels fully ready. Growth is messy. It's uncomfortable. It requires you to step outside what's familiar, even if that comfort zone isn't serving you anymore. Right now, your brain is already weighing the decision. Should you keep listening or should you click away? That tiny moment of hesitation might not seem important, but it's exactly these moments that separate the dreamers from the doers. You don't need a sign from the universe. You don't need someone to come and save you. All you need is to stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment doesn't exist. There is only now, and now is all you've got. Most people spend their lives trapped in the past, replaying old mistakes, or worrying about the future. But the only place you can create real change is in this moment. That's why you're hearing this message today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but now. And if you're still here, it's not by accident. You were meant to hear this. Keep going. Before we dive into the goals you've been putting off, let's talk about that voice in your head. You know the one? The voice that whispers, "You're not ready. You'll fail. You're not good enough." That voice has been there for years, shaping your choices, your confidence, and your direction. But here's what most people never realize. That voice is lying to you. It may sound like your own thoughts, but it's not. It's made up of fear, of past failures, of things people said to you when you were too young to know better. The longer you listen to it, the more it controls your life. Think back to a moment when you wanted to step out, to take a risk, to say something that's been on your mind, or to do something you've always dreamed of. Just before you acted, that voice appeared. Not loud, but just loud enough to make you hesitate. And that hesitation? That's where dreams go to die. Before we talk about success or change, let's understand this simple truth. Fear will always try to sound reasonable. It'll say things like, "Be realistic. It's not the right time. Wait until you feel more confident." But the people who succeed don't wait for confidence. They feel the fear and they act anyway. The truth is, you're never going to feel 100% ready. Nobody does. Readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. And if you wait for that voice to go away, you'll be waiting forever. You already have everything you need to begin right now. Not when you're richer, not when you're smarter, not when you're more prepared. You're already enough. That voice that tells you otherwise, it's just old programming. You don't have to listen to it. Not today. Keep listening. Because before we talk about the future you want to create, we need to talk about what's already inside you. Most people go through life believing they're missing something. They think they need more talent, more time, more luck. But the truth is, what you need is already inside you, right now. There's a version of you waiting to be unlocked, a version who shows up when things get tough, a version who doesn't quit, a version who refuses to settle for less than they deserve. But this version of you only appears when you stop holding back. Inside you lies a power that can't be measured by numbers or compared to anyone else. It's not about being the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented. It's about deciding not to give up when everything else tells you to. That kind of power is rare, but it's real, and it's yours. Before we talk about how to create the life you want, let's understand this. Potential isn't something you find, it's something you activate, and it's triggered when you stop living by fear and start living by purpose. You've already survived things that tried to break you. You've already faced days that felt impossible. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing. That's not weakness. That's resilience. The people who rise don't always have the best plans or the most resources. They just refuse to quit. They trust their inner strength more than the noise around them. And when you start doing the same, something shifts inside you. You stop waiting for permission. You stop needing approval. You realize you've had the key all along. Take a moment to reflect on this. You are more powerful than you think. Everything you need to take control of your life is already inside you. All that's left is to use it. Keep going. Let's talk about the one thing that will make all the difference in your life. Action. Right now you have a choice to make. You've listened to this message for a reason. Now it's time to do something with it. Take that first step today. Even if it's small, even if it's messy. No more waiting for the perfect time, because it doesn't exist. The only moment that matters is now. Your future self is counting on you to take action. The person you'll be in 6 months, a year, or 5 years will thank you for the steps you take today. So don't wait for a sign. This is it. This is your sign. The life you want starts with one decision. It starts with pushing past the doubts, ignoring the fear, and doing what you know deep down you were meant to do. Remember, the key to changing your life isn't found in waiting. It's found in taking that first step, no matter how small it seems. Let's go deeper. Why do so many people hesitate to take action, even when they know what they want? Why do we hold ourselves back, even when we see the path ahead? The answer lies in the stories we tell ourselves. Every day, your mind is running a script, a story about who you are, what you're capable of, and what's possible for your future. If that story is filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if you change the story, you change your life. Think about the beliefs you've carried for years. Maybe you've been told you're not smart enough, not talented enough, not lucky enough. Maybe you failed before, and now you're afraid to try again. But what if those beliefs aren't true? What if they're just old stories handed down by other people or shaped by moments that no longer define you? You have the power to rewrite your story. You can choose to believe in your potential even when it feels uncomfortable. You can choose to act even when you're afraid. Every great achievement in history began with someone who was willing to challenge their own limitations, someone who decided that their past would not dictate their future. Let's get practical. What's one thing you've been putting off? Maybe it's starting a new project, having a difficult conversation, or making a change in your daily routine. Whatever it is, take one small step toward it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, because action is the antidote to fear. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you build momentum. You prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. And here's another truth: you don't have to do it alone. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who challenge you, who inspire you to grow. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that lift you up. But remember, no one can do the work for you. The decision to change, to grow, to become your best self is yours alone. Let's talk about habits. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your life. They shape your days, your weeks, your years. Most of what you do on autopilot without even thinking about it. That's why changing your life isn't about making one big dramatic move. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. Start by identifying one habit that's holding you back. Maybe it's procrastination, negative self-talk, or avoiding challenges. Then replace it with a habit that moves you closer to your goals. It doesn't have to be huge. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. The key is consistency. The more you repeat a positive action, the more it becomes part of who you are. Science shows it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. That means if you start today, in just over 2 months, you could have a completely new routine. Imagine what your life could look like if you committed to just one positive change every day for the next 66 days. The possibilities are endless. But remember, setbacks are part of the process. You will have days when you slip up, when you feel discouraged, when you want to give up. That's normal. What matters is that you get back up and keep going. Progress isn't about perfection. Let's talk about your environment. The people you spend time with, the places you go, the things you consume, all of these shape your mindset and your habits. If you want to change your life, start by changing your environment. Remove the distractions that pull you away from your goals. Fill your space with reminders of what you're working toward. Surround yourself with people who support your growth. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Growth is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, victories and setbacks, but every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you want to become. Let's revisit the science for a moment. Your brain is incredibly powerful, but it's also wired for comfort. It wants to keep you safe, to avoid pain, to stick with what's familiar. That's why change feels uncomfortable, but discomfort is a sign that you're growing. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're teaching your brain that you can handle more than you thought. Neuroscience tells us that your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your experiences. This process, called neuroplasticity, means that you can literally change the way you think, feel, and act. You're not stuck with the habits or beliefs you have now. You can create new pathways, new patterns, new possibilities. So, what's stopping you? Is it fear, doubt, the opinions of others? Whatever it is, recognize that it's just a story. It's not the truth. The truth is, you are capable of more than you can imagine. You have strengths you haven't even discovered yet. You have resilience that has carried you through every challenge so far. Let's talk about purpose. Why do you want to change? What's driving you? When you connect your actions to a deeper purpose, you tap into a source of motivation that never runs dry. Maybe you want to provide for your family, make a difference in the world, or simply become the best version of yourself. Whatever your purpose is, hold on to it. Let it guide your decisions, your habits, your actions. And finally, remember this: you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to start. Take one step, then another, and another. The path will reveal itself as you move forward. So, as we reach the end of this message, make a commitment to yourself. Decide right now that you will no longer let fear, doubt, or old stories hold you back. Decide that you will take action, even when it's uncomfortable. Decide that you will become the person you were meant to be. If this message spoke to you, don't just let it fade away. Take action. Like this video. Subscribe to Mindful Mastery. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And most importantly, take that first step toward your dreams today. Your future self is waiting. The life you want is waiting. And it all starts now. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to take action. Now go and become who you were always meant to be.